Hey guys, and welcome to the stream. So in this video, I'm just going to give a short tour of the base, why I designed it the way I did, and some of the things that I think are cool features. So this is the territory. And if you're just looking at ground level, you notice there isn't a whole lot here because the original base is gone and been replaced by this. So we'll get to that in a moment. To start, the whole thing pretty much starts with the power and water station here, in which I have the heart of all of my resources. So you can see there are 24 pumps. 16 of them are pumping contaminated water, 4 of them pumping dirty water, and 4 of them pumping barreled oil. We have our guys up here that are giving our generators a boost. We have 7 of the deviant generators, which are giving a total of 399 watts worth of power, and 4 large water filters, 2 of them, 1 for each row of the contaminated water, and 2 of them doing dirty water into purified water. 1 of them primarily for the sprinkler system, and the other one for going to the barrels, which there are 3 barrels producing acid. 2 of the large refineries are converting the barreled crude oil into fuel, and one of these is pumping that fuel directly into reserve. The other one is sending that fuel over to the 3rd spot. Actually, I'm a liar because right now it's not doing it because I forgot to change it over. Was supposed to be converting fuel into heavy fuel. I forgot to change them when I rebuilt everything. So actually all of them are creating fuel right now, and I'm actually perfectly fine with that. I'm going to leave that setting that way. So all the final product ends up in here. So we do have the heavy fuel as well as purified water ending up in here. Dirty water is actually not really supposed to end up in here, and I think I just threw some in there when I did the transition. I don't know. Yeah, these are probably both maxed out. They are. So I'll just throw away that dirty water. All right. Anyway, so all of that has a single line with a reverse flow pump that is pumping up to the base. And there's also a single power line that is going up to the base. So let's go take a look at the base. The point of the base is I wanted something with a tiny footprint. So this has 2 quarter foundations. One of them square, one of them triangle. And overall is just slightly bigger than the size of a single full foundation. So very tiny footprint, easy to place anywhere. And then the entire base is above ground, or, a couple stories up. So I can literally place the entire thing anywhere that I want. I put the 1 turret in because I keep getting, my deviants are drawing in enemies that keep coming up the stairs. So this takes care of them as they come up the stairs. Of course, we have our dining room table, some fish tanks. We have 2 stoves on this side. We have 2 stoves on this side that are connected to a power switch so that they're off and all the power can go to everything else when they're not in use. A couple refrigerators. You can see there's a bunch of planters down here. Everything's empty, so I gotta give some more seeds. Deviants. Also in this room, well, not even in this room, in the walls, in the dead space, because the original designer created a great base, but there's a lot of dead space. So I decided to put that dead space to use. So behind here, we do have a storage facility. Also, all of the storage itself is in dead space so that it's not visible. It's not taking up any floor space. We also have the disassembly bench and the water tank where all of those final products are coming up to. So we have our acid, fuel, and purified water coming up to this point. Also have the garage, which is hidden in the dead space, but you obviously can still access from out here. In the center here, we have all of my trophies and kind of little show-off area where I have all of the fun stuff from the past. That is also a sitting area. Of course, Mitsuko playing the piano. We have the bar. And then off on this side, we have all of our crafting utensils. And then over here again, we have some planters. And if we actually go over to this side once again, if we go down, we have a little hole we can drop into. That is my bedroom. And also the designer's workstation and a little office area. If instead of down, we actually go up, we have more planters with the sprinklers, pumps in the dead area, connectors in the dead area, so the electricity, you notice there's not really, other than up here, you see a little bit of pipe and wire, but most part, you don't see any wires or piping anywhere. Non-predators, herbivores, and predator, and then some more planters up here as well with some more sprinklers. So pretty basic base, other than the fact that I like the design. I think that it looks cool. Most of the magic happens behind the scenes in the dead areas where you don't really see it. It gives me kind of the open air feel that I personally really enjoy. So yeah, that is the new base design. And yeah, probably one of the most fun bases that I've built in a very long time. I had a lot of fun building it. It was a challenge getting these little steps. That's the reason for the 2 stairways and why they're slightly staggered. It's because that allows me to, it's actually 2 bases intertwined, but it allows me to get those little steps in there and create kind of the feel that you have, you know, the little step here. That's how you create all of that, is by having actually 2 bases that are intertwined. But it was kind of fun. It was a fun build. And I think I'm doing a good job of using every bit of space that I possibly can. Since I'm flying around right back behind this wall, you can see all the storage is back in here. All the crates. So they're out of sight, not taking up any space. And then this area is where we have that water tank, disassembly bench, the garage down below. Everything is just kind of stacked into dead space so that it's not out in the open. It gives a nice clean look and gets the things off the floor so that it's not taking up floor space that you see in the living areas. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching, and I will of course catch you on the next video. Hey guys, thanks a lot for sticking through to the end with me. I appreciate it, and I would also appreciate if you'd smash those buttons. I know you know how that system works. It does help the algorithms, and I greatly appreciate it. You have a good one. Be good to each other, and I'll catch you on the next video.